Hey, welcome everybody to new episode of More Than Just a Game with your boy CA Motivates. This is our Iron Lockdown Phase 4. In this phase, we're going to have a close look at pathways or opportunities. And tonight we have a special guest of us. Not only is he a special guest, but he's also my little cousin. He's been part of our academy, but across the Tasman in New Zealand, where he is currently attending St. Kinnigan's College and part of their first 15. So without further ado, what I welcome to More Than Just a Game, the man himself. They call him the Iron Tower, Ale Aho. Ale Aho, welcome to More Than Just a Game. How you doing, cuz?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Good to be here, cuz.
Good to see you, man. And thanks for making time to come on the podcast tonight. As I mentioned, tonight's focus is on pathways. You're currently on a pathway right now. I know that I think it was 3 or 4 years. Was it 3 years ago? That we talked on the phone, and you're currently at another school, and we came to New Zealand. Remember we came to New Zealand? Armour, we toured New Zealand, and we needed an extra player, and you played for our team, and we liked what we saw and your commitment and all that, and then I think we started talking again, and then we got you connected with a good friend of ours. Who was able to get you an opportunity at St. Kinnigan's from the current school or the previous school they were at. Yeah. And now you've been at St. Kitts. How long have you been at St. Kitts?
A year and a half now.
Year and a half. Wow. And has it been a big difference from what you were used to previously, as in schools and environment?
Yeah, it's way different. Just got to learn new things and just experience new things too.
Yeah. And tell me, so what position you play? I mean, I know what position you play, but for our viewers, because a lot of our viewers are young athletes like yourself, and their parents are watching as well. Young athletes like yourself who want what you have, who want to be where you're at, and so tonight is a perfect opportunity for you to kind of just share your experience and journey. So before we go into that, how tall are you? What position do you play? What's your favorite meal? Cheat meal.
So I'm currently, I think 6'4", 195 centimeters, and the position I play is lock. And my favorite meal is cheat meal is KFC.
KFC. How many pieces of chicken?
As much as you can eat.
Nice. KFC is equal. It's good, but only sometimes food, eh?
Yeah,
sometimes food. And so you're at St. Kitts now, and like you said, it's a different environment. What are some new things that you've learned being away from home? Like, because I know that you're still in New Zealand, but not living at home. You're living on campus, and so you only get to see mum and dad on a Sunday.
Yeah.
What is it like being away from home majority of the time?
Oh yeah, it was different. It was kind of cool, good to experience like being away from home. So I know like sometime in the future will be like that.
Yeah.
So it's good to experience something like that like early. So then we're going into the future. I already have a bit of like a sense of what it'll be like.
Yeah. That's good, eh? Because like you're right. Like if you keep going the way you're going and you get that opportunity for professional rugby, you're gonna have to learn to live on your own and gotta learn to be independent and things like that. That's awesome to hear. And so tell me, what's life like at school? Like tell me, like rugby is a big part of your life. But how important is education as well?
I'd say they're both equal, education and rugby.
Yeah.
So even though like I love the sport and rugby, but I still got to keep my grades up in education. Yeah. So rugby is or you won't play rugby your whole life.
Yeah.
You need that something else to love, or like another thing that you could succeed in as well.
Yeah. So would you say that like how some people have like rugby as plan A and then education as plan B, right? Someone shared with me once that you don't have it as a plan A or plan B, you put them all in the same bag.
Yeah,
like if you're going to a rugby game, you're not going to go to the game with just a bag with socks. You put your rugby boots in there. And so would you say that that's what you're saying, as in like you've got to have education and sport, what you love, in the same bag?
Yeah, you have to. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. And how do you find that balance? Like, I mean, I mean, a lot of our viewers were watching. They're part of Armour, they're training, but they've also got online school. How do you find that balance between school and also fulfilling your duties in rugby?
It's hard, but you know, constant support from my family and that, and this motivation just keeps me going. To even though like it'll get hard, but yeah,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
keep
yeah.
pushing.
So having a big why, eh?
Yeah, big why.
Yeah, yeah. And so, what's your why? What's your big why? Like, why do you want to succeed in rugby and also succeed at school? I mean, we speak about this to the athletes all the time about having. There's no point having a dream without a why, because if you just have a dream, when life happens and when things get hard, easy to give up. But when you have a why behind your dream, it helps you to get up and go again. So, how important is it to have a why?
Oh, it's real
And what
important.
is your big why?
It's my family, like you and like dad, Uncle Lee, everyone. There's like my big why.
Yeah,
Like trying to get our name into the big picture. I know that you and Lee, like we got there, and I just want to be there too.
yeah,
I want to be that family member to get there and just motivate my little cousins, my nephews, and just my family. I just want to be that role model for them.
yeah. And you probably got a lot of friends around you that look up to you as well. Not just because you're 6'4", but also because of the way you carry yourself, eh? So you wanna create the positive influence, eh?
Mm.
Oh, that's awesome, man. And so tell me, when did you start playing rugby? Like, when did you start? I mean, I know for those of you that are watching, like, Ali is my first cousin, but I know majority of your life, I've been in Australia,
Mm.
and been back and forth now and then. But so I didn't really get to see you playing rugby growing up. But when did you start playing rugby?
I didn't start till when I was year 9.
Yeah.
No, my first year at Messi, just joined under 15 squad, and that was my first year playing
Yeah.
rugby. And
Did
yeah,
you did you did you ever see that? And how was your first game? Like, did you throw forward passes or did you
uh, I wouldn't say it was a good game, but
did you do
yeah, a
did
lot
you
of
do did you
mistakes.
do air tackles?
Yeah, it was a couple.
I think we all did the air tackles in the first games. I remember doing the air tackle. I remember playing
Mm.
rugby league, my first game, 7 years old. I know, like, you weren't even born back then, but like I had the ball, right, and instead of playing the ball through my legs, I put it over my head. And then my mom was like, "What are you doing?" So I mean, I've been there with the air tackles. How many air tackles did you make in that first game?
Oh man, I think it's too much.
Pretty much, eh? And then so from that game, you just keep building, and then and then did you play for 15 at your old school as well, Messi?
Yeah, in year 11.
Year 11.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
first 15.
And then you made the transition to St. Kitts.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome. And so what's the schedule like at school? Like, what time do you got to wake up in the morning, and how does training work into that, and how does school work into that as well?
So on normal school days, so for morning trainings, we'll have that on Tuesday and Thursday. So us boys would have to wake up at 5:30,
In the
and
morning.
then we'll start training. Yeah, 5:30 in the morning,
Oh,
and then start training at 6:15 to 7:30.
yeah.
Then on a day that we don't have training, we get to sleep in. We'll probably just wake up at 7, then have breakfast from there to 8, and at 8:30 we'll go down to school. Then 3:30 we finish school, and then we'll have rugby from 4 to 5:30. So then yeah.
Far out. That's a real full on schedule, but worth it, eh?
Yeah, worth it.
Worth it. And so now you've been playing for 15 there. You're doing schooling there. You're away from your family. What has been some achievements? That's happened in this past year for you, like rugby wise. Like, have you been involved in the representative system or anything like that?
Yeah. Last year I was lucky to make the under 17s for Blues,
Nice.
and then recently, yeah, another opportunity was making under 18 Blues. So that was just a big achievement for myself. Yeah.
And how did you get some gears?
Oh, we haven't had our camp yet for under 18s yet. So yeah,
Just remember, just send it over.
yeah.
You know how it is. But now, really proud of you, man, and really, it's awesome to see your journey within a short time of just, plugging in to, what your opportunities in front of you, and making the most of it. And I know that we connect here and there through a bit of mentoring and stuff like that. But how important is it to you to have mentors in your life?
It's it's pretty important. Without like mentors, I don't think I'd be where I am right now.
Yeah.
I've always had mentors since day one with my dad, and then with Lei and also you, like becoming a part of the Armour. The mentoring, like, it helped motivate me just to find out what my why was and what I wanted to be in the future and what I wanted to succeed in, pretty much.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. For the viewers watching, Ale's been referring to Lei. Lei is his older brother, and who's currently playing in France. He played for Waratahs, with Waratahs against the Lions, that's Ale's brother, and so he's playing in France, and so that's awesome that you mentioned that, mentoring, because it's really important, because coaching, right? When you have a coach coaches you for on the field, but a mentor coaches you for off the field, and a lot of our athletes get that opportunity, which to plug into coaches, to plug into mentors, because we know that the game of life is the game that we can't afford to lose. And as you would know as an athlete, if you're happy off the field, your game on the field will just look after itself. But if you're not happy off the field, and the game on the field, you'll know, or everybody knows what that's like. You won't be at your best. But that's awesome to hear that you value mentorship on your journey as well. So tell me, what's the big plans moving forward now? I mean, what's happening with the season over there?
Oh yeah, so the season got cancelled due to COVID-19 restrictions, and so for coming up plans, I'm just hoping to go uni next year. Hopefully join the Auckland Academy and just see if I can get into any rep teams. And yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. No, well done. I'm really proud of you, man, and proud of your achievements, and for what you've shared tonight. Just before we finish off, Ale, just if you can just share some words. If you were there's many athletes in Ainama right now. We just had a recent virtual trial, and a lot of young athletes tried because they want opportunities like you have, and we know, and you know, and I know, and you know, that it didn't come easy. Like, you had to work for it. And so, what would your advice be for any athletes watching right now? Like what can they do training wise? What can they do, whilst they're at home, right? To build that character, but also what can they do because I know that with opportunities, schools look at reports, right? They don't just look at what you can do on the field, they look how you are in class. So what would your advice be for athletes watching right now about what they need to do?
Just to be positive and just keep going, even though the restrictions and everything, just keep working hard and just be patient too. It'll come. The time for years are to just glow. It'll come. So just take your time, keep working, just fight through the bad times, and then once it gets to the best, enjoy it to the best. So yeah, that's all.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Now, well, man, it's been awesome having you on, man, Ale, and really proud of you, and keep up the great work that you're doing over there. We'll be standing right here with you, supporting, praying for you, and I know your family, your parents, uncle, and them are happy and proud of you as well. Before we go, is there any final shout-outs you want to do to anybody watching right now?
Just shout out to the boys in Ainama from last year, or Connie and that, Kelly, and also Pitts. Just shout out to the boys. And yeah, just apart to the family and just love you all. And yeah, God bless.
Awesome, Ale. Well, that's us. That's the end of our More Than Just a Game podcast. And like I said before, we're very honored to have young Ale with us. And the reason why we have him on is because our focus, like I said at the beginning, is about pathways. And Ale is currently on a pathway. And for those who are watching who want to be on a pathway, you've heard it here first from someone who's currently on that journey. And then you've got to work hard, you've got to stay positive. It's not just about rugby, it's about, school as well, and finding that balance and finding that why, whatever that is to you. So I hope that encourages you tonight. And, that's us for tonight. Please tune in again next week for another episode of More Than Just a Game. Thank you, Ale, for coming on tonight. We love you, Docs. Iron sharpening irons always. But that is us. It's your boy, CM Mitrovic. Catch up next week. Let's go.